Before we begin, please be sure to check out ptcgostore.com to grab yourself some codes to be able to build this very deck. Of course, use the code FTW for 5% off at checkout and enjoy the video. What is up, pieces for the win TCG? And in today's video, we're going to be looking at another Arceus build. Now, I do want to give a huge thanks to Faz and KGV before we get any further. I don't actually have many Arceus cards. I have 2 Arceus V stars that I got from packs, but I don't have any Arceus Vs, and I wasn't able to get any anytime soon. So I reached out on my Discord to see if anyone could lend some, and Faz and KGV got back to me. Ultimately, it was Faz who lent them over to me, but I want to give them both a shout out because they did help with this video. This video wouldn't exist if it weren't for them. Now, I did offer to give them some sort of shout out with like YouTube, Twitter, or anything down that line. Both of them actually said no, and that they just like the content and they're happy to help. So that's really, really awesome, man. Really cool stuff. So of course, I thought I had to give them some sort of thanks. But yes, that aside, we are playing with Arceus today. Now, I know Arceus is a very top tier meta card. It's not something I usually cover, as I mentioned when I last did my Arceus video, but hey, it's the closest thing we have to beating Mew, and I hate Mew with a passion. Like, even playing it just feels wrong. So today we're going to be looking at Arceus with Lycanroc VMAX. Now, Arceus, of course, can be paired with absolutely anything, so the options are just completely infinite almost when it comes to what you can do with this deck. But I thought, let's have a little look at Lycanroc. It's just been lurking there in the shadows, not really doing anything since its release. But look at its Hunting Claw attack, of course, which is knock out one of your opponent's Pokemon in play that has 60 HP or less. Really, really good at just taking out bench sobbles, low tads, anything down that line. And it's not just that, we have max edge as well, which is 190 and 30 to the bench, which is really, really good numbers to be hitting, especially now that Manaphy really doesn't seem to be played that much. But just in case we come up against any sort of grass, we also have Sirfetch'd here as well, being able to use Meteor Smash for 200 thanks to its Resolute Spear ability, where if you throw it into the active, it can take any energy and play and just hit. And also, it's a 2-prize attacker that hits pretty hard, which is really good for forcing out an odd prize game. Now, this build is very loosely based on Drew's build. He is the winner of the SLC Regional Championships. And I really, really loved his Hyper Potion plays because, of course, Turbo really only being needed for Arceus. Once you have energy into play, the Turbos are dead. So Drew's way of dealing with that was actually just to have a Hyper Potion. So you could just attach a Turbo and heal up. But overall, of course, you know it's going to be a good build. It's based on a Regional Championship winning build. So it's going to be great. It's playable right off the bat, and if you like Lycanroc, you're gonna like this one. Let's get going. So you may see some more Arceus builds coming out in the near future. I want to get a few videos done with this before I send it back, just to get some, because I've got other ideas for other cheeky Arceus builds that are pretty rogue actually in its nature. Although Arceus itself isn't necessarily a rogue card, that you can get some rogue decks built with it. Like, I guess you could classify the Arceus Birds deck to be somewhat rogue because it's counter meta, right? So we do have some of those options as well in my head that I want to get out as videos. One particular one seems very, very interesting, and I can't wait to get that one out. But that's to come. Hey, we got a Suicune matchup. Look at that. So the Collapsed Stadium is going to be absolutely huge here. I think I want to save the Ultra Ball because the Ultra Ball is going to guarantee that Arceus VSTAR, but at the same time, we could get a Bibarel down. There's no chance they're going to be able to donk us this turn. Do you know what? I'm gonna play it safe. We'll pass. I was tempted. I was really tempted to go and throw down a Bidoof, but I think we're just going to roll with this for the time being. We do have the chance to actually one-hit KO this Suicune as well, if we get what we want. We can actually get a Turbo plus a choice with that. But honestly, I kind of want to take out the Lotad. The Lotad's the real big threat to this deck, being able to just one-hit KO. Lovely Arceus top deck as well. That's gorgeous stuff. We ain't going to be able to take out Lotad this turn, though. But you know what? I am going to go for it, I think. I'm going to go for... We do need Tool Scrapper as well. So, we're asking for a lot here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Arceus VSTAR. Not use the VSTAR power. I'm going to Marnie first and see if we hit anything we could actually use, like a double turbo or something like that, just to free up the star birth. Unfortunately, no. That kind of sucks. Can't lie, that does suck. A bit unfortunate. A bit unfortunate. So you can get the attack off, but it's just that Tool Scrapper. What I might do actually is just go for the star birth, get myself a Turbo and a choice. Oh no, we've prized the choice. Okay, well that's out of the picture then, isn't it, really? Collapsed Stadium, probably the way to go, I think. Do we have draw? We don't have draw in hand. That's kind of important. So the thing is, we can keep attacking. So I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit, and we're gonna get a Collapsed Stadium. There we go. There we go. So we're gonna throw that down and throw the Collapsed into play. It just really limits their damage output, which is good. And Suicune doesn't really play stadiums. At least the one that was in the final didn't play any stadiums, if I'm correct. So Collapse can kind of just sit there in the active quite comfortably. So that's fine. And what's really good here is we can start hitting with the Lycanroc VMAX. Just start poking the bench stuff. If we want to take out the Lotad, if Lotad is a serious threat, we just go for its first attack. I forgot what it's called. Just to get rid of it. Just to get it out of the way and force them to a game where they have to go for two-hit KOs with Suicune, which is where it will start to struggle. Because, of course, with the Collapse plus 2-shot, their damage output is really low. So that's a great way to deal with them. 2 Lotads down, though. Playing intelligently, can't argue with that in the slightest. In fact, I am tempted to just go for another Trinity Nova. I am quite tempted for that. What I'm going to do, though... it's a risky play, but I'm taking it. All right, this is a bit different. A bit different. But I'm going to risk it. I am going to risk it here. We're going to Ultra Ball away the boss and this. And get a Bidoof down for a Bibarel next turn. Right? Now, we could just hit into the Suicune and take the KO. Or... we can just go for Hunting Claw and just take out one of those Lotads. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the KO and just hit one of the Lotads. So if... yeah, I think that's the right thing to do, to be fair. Because, of course... oh, there's a choice. Oh, well. There we go. Because if they don't evolve this one, then we can just take it out with the Max Edge. And we can actually, if we get lucky with a boss, I know we just discarded one, but if we get lucky with a boss, then we can actually boss up the Lotad and take out the other one too, and take 2 prizes, whilst getting rid of both of those. So that's quite cool. But it's what I mean. This is why I like the Lycanroc. You can just do these little like 2-prize KOs at times on single prizes, which is really, really interesting. Okay, so the bench is Shaman. That shakes things up a lot. We're weak to that. So if we do get a boss, I want to take the Shaman down. Perfect numbers. 190. So that's good news. We can tank 2 hits from this Suicune, actually. Assuming they don't get the Lotad out. So the max damage they can do is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So the max they can do is 18, so that's 280 on a... to be fair, maybe I don't need to prioritize the Lotad so much because they still can't one-hit KO my VMAX, even with a Ludicolo play. They've got the Ludicolo out, which means they're going to hit big. But honestly, I still think it's okay. In fact, it might be better just to try and get this up, hit, and then bench hit the Suicune. That might be a way to go, I think. Do we throw a Choice Belt on you? I don't know. It's a tricky one. Let's get you out. We do have one more Arceus in deck. Maybe I attach... I don't know. See, what if we hit a double turbo Hyper Potion and we get to remove that extra damage? That'd be pretty good. I don't know. Do you know what? I want a boss. I want a boss. That Shaman is scary, so I'm going to go for it. Risk it for a biscuit, people. Let's go. Come on. Ah, we got the boss. Look at that. That is lovely. Do I bench this last Lycanroc? I think I do, actually, because we can get Lycanroc VMAX and just take like an Oko on this at some point if we do feel the need to. I don't think it's necessary, to be honest, but I think we gust up the Shaman, take that out, hit the Suicune just to soften it, and then we'll have an Arceus with a Choice Belt, and we could still go for a Tool Scrapper to wrap up the game. So I think we max edge here and just bench hit the Suicune. We'll do that. Yeah, very, very dangerous move to take the Shaman down. I get it because you hit me for weakness and you come back hard, but mate, if I'm hitting 190 on the dot, yeah, dangerous stuff. We actually got the Tool Scrapper as well, which is good. Looking lovely so far. Suicune struggling. All right, so they're going to get fleet-footed, which usually you want to fleet-footed when you have no other options. So clearly their hand's a bit weak. You know, you usually want to play your hand down before doing a fleet-footed, because of course you want to thin out the deck as much as possible, make the most out of that fleet-footed, hopefully hit a card you really need, but... oh, okay, so the hand's not completely bricked. So what damage we've got here? So it's 180, so we don't even need the choice as it currently is. So they can take us out, but then that's just... it's a wrap then, isn't it, really? We just need to find the Arceus VSTAR, which shouldn't be too hard, to be honest with you. You have a bunch of draw support with us, so that's fine. I'm liking this, you know. I am liking this deck. It does put things in range and stuff. Look, it forces him to find that just immediately in range. Really good, actually, for a Suicune matchup. I can't even lie. Can't even lie. Let's have Blizzard Rondo KO, but that's okay. So we need to hit 230. So we have to go, yep, Tool Scrapper. All good, all good. All looking bless, my guy. In fact, I might force a switch play just to get the most out of Bibarel here. So he can do that. And we got the Ultra Ball. There we go. That's perfect. Look at this. Go for the switch. Then we go Ultra Ball. And then we Tool Scrapper. And that'll be game. A nice and comfortable win. Not once did I feel set back or like we're in trouble. That was incredible. Well, apart from that Shaman, but we dealt with that really well. There we go. Trinity Nova. That already. Jeez, look at this. This is filth. This is absolute filth. I mean, it's an Arceus build. What can you say? But Jesus, I do like that. I do like that. That was good. Let's get into another game. Alrighty, game 2, baby. What's really great about the Lycanroc as well is in the mirror matchups, when it comes to Arceus, you are hitting weakness, which is really good. So you are just OHKOing Arceus, which is really nice. And again, I just like that option to hit that 30 on the bench. It really can help sometimes with numbers. I don't think it's incredibly relevant against VMAX cards, really, because you are technically still two-shotting. But against benched Vs, it can be really, really good. So that's what I like about it. Right, so start of the Arceus. That's a decent hand. It's okay. Again, this is what Arceus is good for, right? And I can't lie, I am a bit of a fan of Arceus. Like, just in general. Oh, Mew. Okay. I am a fan. I am a fan. At least we don't get the donk here, but we just have to be careful because they are going to set it up. We kind of have to go for a Trinity Nova this turn, and we don't have the turbo in hand to do that, which is a bit unfortunate, really. It'd be really cool to Star Birth for a path to Peak. I like doing that as well. That's really cool sometimes. Just being able to play a Star Birth, grab your path, and shut the Mew down a little bit. Hopefully they play a stadium now, but we are seeing less stadiums in Mew, right? Natalie's one that won Brisbane, played only 2. Azul is suggesting that they do play more because he expects path to Peak to take a rise, and do you know what? I agree with him. I do expect Path to Peak to really come out there, and I think it did actually. It's probably why it struggled a lot. Okay, this is a tricky one. We're probably getting KO'd next turn. I'm going to play Ultra Ball, but I don't know what to discard. Either the Lycanroc V or the Lycanroc VMAX. We play 3 Lycanroc V and 2 Lycanroc VMAX, so that could be a bit of a no-brainer, but I would like to get a Lycanroc V down, but I am going to go for an Ultra Ball for another Arceus here, because this Arceus is going to go down next turn. Like, there's no doubt about it, so we kind of have to prepare for that. Could go for a Bidoof. No, I think this is the play. I think we get the Arceus V out. And we bench here. Bench Lycanroc and boss you up. Just to try and buy a turn. And yeah, keep the Evolution Incense for the Arceus V-Star, right? Because it's the V-Star that's going to get us out of it. So we're guaranteed to get a decent turn next turn because we have 2 Arceus down. So that's good. It's a bit of a shaky start, and you don't want that against me. You really don't want a shaky start against a Mew VMAX, but hey, hopefully they've got a hand that's a bit bricked. That can happen to me sometimes, and we just gotta hope for it. And what's really good is, but with our Trinity Nova, we can't obviously one-hit KO the Genesect. Oh, that's bad. We can't hit one-hit KO the Genesect. So if we bring it down with 180, obviously without Choice Belt, because we hit 180, bring it down to 10 HP, and then bang, do a little thingy. But no, they've managed to get out of it, unfortunately. Take out the Arceus as well, which is... So we kind of have to Trinity Nova for a Raihan and a Turbo. Just to pull off an attack this turn. Just to pull off an attack. Which, again, is a bit on the shakier side. But it's fine, I guess. See the confidence in my voice? There's the Choice Belt for the KO. They wouldn't have had it otherwise. So yeah, it's interesting. Oh, wait. They do, yeah. They did. Perfect numbers there. Perfect numbers. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We'll promote the Arceus and just get the ball rolling, I guess, now. Falling behind, though. You don't like that against Mew. Never. Never like the sound of that one. All right, so we're going to get the V. Do we have the Raihan in deck? We do. Okay. So there we go. V-Star. We have to Raihan and Turbo. And what could be Raihan for? Raihan for Path. They have a lot of cards in their hand. Odds of them having another Mew VMAX next turn is pretty decent. But I don't want them to dig to OHKO the Arceus, you know? They're hitting 210. They need to get some power tablets out. 3, actually. And I don't want them to dig for that. So I'm going to Raihan now. And we're going to get a Path. It's risky business because we technically dead draw. But I like the Path play. I can't lie. And then we can accelerate to the Lycanroc, or do we accelerate to the Arceus again? I think we accelerate to the Lycanroc. Maybe. We could do 1 extra onto this Arceus. I want an attacker next turn. Lycanroc can hit just a raw 200, which is pretty decent as well. You know, it's not a bad attack. The only issue is it's 200 HP, but it can hit a nice Crushing Fangs, which is pretty decent as well. So I thought, okay, maybe that's the best play. So I'm hoping they don't have the cards they need to get an OHKO this turn. They can at least a Sparkle, and that will hit a 210 with the Meloetta, which won't KO me. Oh, okay, so they've definitely got another Mew. The fact that they haven't attached that to the the one on their hands to the Meloetta, because they could have just attached to the Meloetta and just gone for a Meloetta attack, but they decided to commit into the Muse. I don't know what's in their hand. I don't know what's in their hand, but if I was them, just looking at that board state, I would have gone for the Meloetta if I had the Elises, just to force that odd prize. But I don't think they're going to have the Oko. That's the whole point. The whole point of that path play was to prevent them to dig for the one-hit KO, so we don't just go into a dire situation. We just need that extra few turns to catch up. So I thought, okay, path them. Seems to be working. There you go. Lovely stuff. And that's dangerous as well. Absolutely dangerous, because we can Trinity over here, right? And that is a snipe away. A snipe away from a Lycanroc. Because obviously Lycanroc is 130, 90, right? So, sorry, 190, 30. I can do things. So we can actually take, what, 5 prizes? If things go to plan. We do have to, draw out of it, unfortunately. But we can. Hit that for 190 and hit that. There you go. That is absolutely great stuff, to be fair. Okay, so they're going to draw now, but ultimately so are we. So that's fine. And actually, to be fair, we can... Bro, I don't think that's the right play, mate. Let's see if they get another Mew VMAX. They want to hit the KO here. This is the thing. They want to take the Oko. They're getting there, though. That's 240, 270. The Meloetta can do it too, right? I think they're going to take a KO of Meloetta. That is a big play. They played what? They played one power tablet, so that's 270. That's 300. They're taking it out. What are you doing? You're winning. You're taking it out with the Meloetta. Oh, okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Yes, you had KO. But when the Meloetta done it, have I missed the math? They hit 270 there. Yeah, they would have had it. Hands down, they would have had it. Now we're going to take 5 prizes. Thing is, they can come up with the Meloetta and potentially take a KO. So we might need Charm here just to help offset those numbers. Oh, we got the VMAX. Do you know what? I thought that was bad because they still can do it. How many powers have they played? 1. So they can hit the numbers they want to hit with the Meloetta, which kind of sucks. They can also just take out the Arceus, so it's not looking good, I'll be honest with you. We're going to take 5 prizes, but it's 1 prize less than necessary, unfortunately. But this is what I like. We can do that play. Obviously, this isn't the best demonstration of it, but I just like that you can do that against me VMAX. It's just ridiculous. Oh, we get all the cards now. All the cards, just 1 away from winning. And I do think that's going to be it, unfortunately. I just have that feeling, I do have that feeling. We're a boss's orders away from winning, though, if we do manage to get a boss somehow. It's these types of scenarios that makes me want to play Luminion, but then Luminion is like a liability and a half, man. I like Luminion. I got I've never seen such an easy two prizer in my life. There's the GGs. I was getting a bit concerned there. I don't know why they're doing that. Fair play. Just that shy from taking out the Mew, unfortunately. That first KO definitely gave him the game there, and that's just the way it is sometimes. But a very, very even matchup, which is quite interesting, actually, to be fair. Alrighty, we're going to do one more. Righty, I hope you guys believe me now when I say my elo is okay now. Okay. I am actually coming up against decks that you're going to likely to be coming against. Suicune and Mew, 2 of the top tier decks in the format already. So I think this is definitely nice. I don't know if they just know what deck you're playing this in and go, right, okay, he's playing a deck that's pretty good. They just like analyze your deck and go, right, we see Arceus, we see this, we see that. That's a good deck. Put them against Mew. Ship it over, lads. This one's interesting. I see Dragon and Water, which has caught me intrigue. That's for sure. No double turbo start, but that's fine because we're going first. I'm assuming Arceus always wants to go first. Like, a Trinity charge is always good, but I mean, just getting that turn 1 attachment seems pretty great as well. We'll get rid of the balloon, and we'll get... Do you know what? I'm actually going to get a Bidoof down, I think, just to get some extra draw. And then we can find a Lycanroc to bench. Love seeing Sobbles. Very easily KO'able. That's what I like to see. Okay, guess we just win. Alright, sure thing. Unfortunately, they've had a bit of a bricky turn there, so there you go. We'll take the double on that one, and then we'll go to another one, I guess. There you go. I just got 2 double turbos. I'm not going to mess around. I'm not going to waste time. Trinity Nova. Let's take that one, and we'll go to game 4. Alrighty, game 4. Let's go. Let's go. It seems like, I don't know what it is, right? If you check this video and the past one, each time there has been a game in the middle that we just get a donk out of. I don't know what it is. Is something happening? Is something going on? I'm actually going to go, I'm going to be cheeky here, right? I'm going to start with Lycanroc. I want to see how this turns out, all right? See if we can get a cheeky little donkey donk, not a donk, but a little KO thing, you know what I mean? Playing plus on a Minum. the Charm, and we only played 2 Lycanroc VMAX. I don't know if I've priced one, so I don't want to risk discarding it. I actually kind of like that. Just get an Arceus V down. Now, do I attach to the Arceus V or do I attach to the Lycanroc? I think we attach to the V, and then we'll do that. We'll see what they bench, because we can just Evo for the likes of a Bidoof, of course, on Arceus, and just guarantee some stuff. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's the rapid. Okay, so we're just seeing some sort of rapid strike build. We could take out the Remoraid next turn, which is nice. We just Oko that, and then just stop them from getting their auxiliaries out. And that's kind of good about the Lycanroc. I like that disruption early game is quite dangerous. Especially going first, get a Lycanroc. Just an energy Lycanroc VMAX, whatever basic they bench, 60 HP or less, you can just start slowing them down. But obviously, you can play around it. They do need to bench another Remoraid to really slow down. Sorry, to really keep up, should I say? Not slow down. Because you have to look at my Lycanroc going, right, Lycanroc VMAX, KO 60 HP Pokemon, bench another Remoraid. Although this doesn't seem to be the priority. The priority seems to be Zeraora, which is not a bad... It's not a bad shout, really, is it, right now? I mean, obviously, it's weak to fighting, but... Again, Manaphy just ain't about enough to not play these decks. But I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe Manaphy is around, but it's just not seeing... It's just not giving these decks that need Manaphy enough to push through. Right, double Remoraid. There we go. That's the smart move. Can't even complain about that. Okay, let me think here. I would like a KO on you this turn. And that's possible. We need a Switch, Turbo, Boss, and a Choice Belt. 4 cards needed here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Bibarel out. Risky. But if we hit some of the cards now, and we find... There's a chance we can take the Zeraora this turn, but if we don't, it's fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is... Yeah, I think that's the move. Could Arceus now? What could Arceus do for me? Nothing worthwhile, to be fair. Let me check my deck. See what Arceus can do for me. I don't think it can do anything, really. You're a little cheeky boy. Galarian Sirfetch'd. You can come out at some point, actually, because we have energy kind of spread around, and that's great for a Sirfetch'd just to pick up. In fact, we could get a Collapsed Stadium now and play it and force him to get rid of something. It might just get rid of the Plusle, to be honest with you. Or is it just not worth using Trinity Star right now? No, I think we'll save Trinity Star for a different turn. Passimian, assuming they get it, right? It's risky business, but if they get it, they could get a Passimian down. Telescopic Sight, which would bring it from 160 to 190 to then 220. So I'm actually going to get an Arceus VSTAR out. I don't want no surprise KOs on my Arceus V, okay? We're going to do that. Hunting Claw and just take you out. There we go. And if they brick a turn, we could just take out another Remoraid. That's lovely. And just... start doing that. It's looking pretty flexible, this deck. I like that. I like its flexibility. We don't have to go Arceus play, right? We can, in odd ways, if the startup's a bit weak on their end, just come up and start hunting claw things. You could play this with an Inteleon type build as well, because Inteleon's pretty decent at like Inteleon's pretty good at just taking out these things. Just like sniping, and then go for Hunting Claw if you want to. Obviously, the Hunting Claw isn't the main strategy of the deck. It's just a really great bonus. And that's kind of why I put it in. I thought, okay, it's got a decent max edge. 190 plus 30 to the bench, right? That's, what, 220 on the board. That's really good. And then, of course, you've just got a straight KO aboard attack, which, again, theoretically speaking, that's pretty good. Right, so they're going to go for the Zeraora play. If they come out of the Zeraora, I do want to go and get a Sirfetch'd down. That'd be kind of cool. But I don't know if that's the right play, because then afterwards, how do we follow up? We'll have to get a retreat switch play. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Okay, how are we doing this, eh? How are we doing this? We ain't taking a KO now, that's for sure. 180. Oof, that's Telescopic Sight away from a KO as well. They're going to be able to do it anyway, unless we take out the auxiliary. Maybe we Trinity Nova for a Turbo and a Boss? No, because then we got a switch, haven't we? So we can't Boss. Turbo. Oh, this is tough. I can get rid of a Hyper Potion. Sirfetch'd. Get a switch on the boss with the Arceus. Take out this. Or we could just take out the auxiliary. Do we go aggressive? And then we bench you. Let's Bibarel. Let's see what happens there. Can I just get another Bibarel? Why not? We can thin the hand down even more. Let's go for scissors now. Okay, that's actually okay. Switch boss, take out the KO, 3 prizes left, and then build up on something. I don't know. I keep saying Trinity Nova. I mean Starbirth. My bad. And a boss. And then we've got to find another switch retreat option, which is the float. And that, just to get another hit out of it. All right, we're going to go for this. Right, there's so many options to play here. I don't know if this is the right call. But we're going to do it. Let's bring you up. And bring you here. Lovely. And we're going to boss. And I'm hoping, right, if they don't get the KO on this, we could double turbo Hyper Potion, but then we need to look for more cards at that point. If they do, we can Raihan, which is also pretty good because that can allow us just to go for an Arceus hit. So I think we have options, and that's kind of what I want. I guess we'll just bring you out. I don't think it matters which one. So we'll Meteor Smash that for KO. That's nice. And my phone just went ding ding. Ultra Ball and an energy. Okay. And then they can follow up. They can get the KO. They can bench Persimmon down. They can go for telescopic sights, which I wouldn't be shocked if they play either or, and just take this out, which is a big turn for them. But we can respond, which is good. So they haven't mentioned Persimmon. That's good. That's good at least. And they have kind of overbenched. To be fair, I say overbenched. I'm pretty sure they have another Zero Aura, right? There we go. So they've gone for the turn we expected, and we've actually survived it. Now, is it worth... should we just accept the fate that is the KO of this? Actually, I'm doing it. I'm being rash. Okay, the time is pressuring me, but I'm doing it because I don't want it to go from some sort of escape rope play and try and hit 100 on this and then hit 160 here to take 5 prizes. I don't want that. So I think that was the move. Right, we have to now dig, like seriously dig the deck, which I don't like because we're getting rid of energy, but it's fine. We have to really, 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 really dig out the deck right here. Get another Lycanroc down maybe. Oh, they scooped. Okay. Maybe that heal is what threw him off, but that was a tricky one. I can't lie. That was very, very, very tricky. But I guess, I don't know if they just couldn't be bothered or if, I don't know what it is, but they could have won. We could have won. I think it was still a bit of anyone's game at that point. Okay, I guess we'll leave that there. Let's go to the list again. Okay, here is the list. Look, it's good. But I do like the Lycanroc VMAX partnership. I am a fan of it. The Hunting Claws can be really good, as you saw in the early games if they struggle on their end. Really good for getting damage down on the board to soften things up, which I really do like as well. It's very reminiscent of Buzzwell's Jet Punch, which can just help soften things, which is, again, really not bad. The Sirfetch'd is really good, again, as you saw, just coming in there, just start taking hits and causing a bit more problems than your opponent wants to see. So I think this is a really good build, and I do like the partnership, to be honest with you. I'm not sure how the maths works fully. I'll probably take my time a bit more in the future to try and work that out. But hey, if you figure out some good maths of this, then let me know. If the maths is off, then, you know, I guess that's just the case. But hey, if you like a bit of Lycanroc VMAX, here you go. This is one for you. So, of course, do leave a like if you did enjoy, and please do subscribe for more. But take care of yourself most importantly, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.